Okie dokie, artichoke. Hey,
Hey.
we're here. We're doing it. Yay, hooray. We're here,
Hooray.
guys. You ready to do this?
Let's do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Get Reelisms podcast. I'm Adam Chase Rennie.
And I'm still Christine Chen.
Yes, you guys, we're here, and we're on episode 33. Christine and I are actually in Hawaii right now. I'm in Hawaii. As you can tell by my luxurious background, I am right there with Christine.
About to make breakfast.
Yeah. The weather's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Thanks guys for being here. We love you. Be close to your Zoom mic or your computer mic because you're all over the place.
Okay. Savage. Hey,
We're off on a great start. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Instagram. We love yous. Christine's in Hawaii right now.
Yes, I am.
When did you get there?
I got so I finished
like a couple days ago.
So I finished a film set called Secrets of Sorority Row. Actually, my friend Bob Savage, who was a prop master.
We were there last episode.
Yes, we were there, and I finished on the 21st. It was a split day, so by splits meaning that we start. It's half day, half night. So we started around 2 p.m. and then ended around 3 a.m. type thing, 2 a.m. And because it was a split and you're kind of required to have a 12-hour turnaround, they were very kind to move my plane ticket from 9 a.m. the next day to thank God, 6 a.m. the next day. So
I think that's going to be a Corona thing. I don't think you'll get that luxury ever again after this is all over with.
Totally. But so
I'm getting a major echo, by the way.
Really?
I don't know if it's on I don't know if it I'm hearing it through Zoom.
Okay, is that better?
I can still hear. How about, can you hear me? Hang on. Let me ask you a question. Do you hear me through Zoom?
I'm listening to you through Instagram.
Instagram?
And I have it. Yeah, I have.
Why can't you hear me through Zoom? You could just turn down your Instagram and you can hear me clearly. And it won't echo. Yeah. Because your volume's blasting through your phone into your computer speaker.
Okay. All right, is this better?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Cool. All right.
Absolutely perfect. Whatever you did, that was gold.
I took your suggestion.
Okay, good.
I did.
So, you're there in Hawaii. You got there. Did you get there Christmas Day?
I got here on the 23rd at night, like 9 p.m.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
Yes.
And you were on a boat. And you don't like boats.
Okay, so things I've done so far. First day, which is the following, so the 24th, Christmas Eve, I went and treated myself to a Merry Christmas to Me spa day.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. And then just because I was sore from the film set, and film sets do a number on you, to your body, they really do.
Do they? Because I mean,
your body.
After a couple of days, I'm ready to I'm ready to shoot back into set. I feel like I'm way more relaxed when I'm off set than I am just coming off a set. But in your defense, you haven't stopped working, I think, since 7 years ago.
That's not true. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I definitely haven't stopped working since it opened up. So
yeah, I know what you mean.
June, and then prior to that too. So the only break I've had has been.
Oh no, you worked since March, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's literally the only break I've had was March and April. and then I was like, because right before that it was crazy too. Right before that, like October,
Yeah.
started October 2019. It was like, yeah,
I was gonna say 2019 was a busy year for Christine Tiu.
yeah. It's been like crazy.
But the neat thing is that Christine is treating herself to a wonderful writer's retreat vacation.
Yes.
Would you call it a vacation, or would you, because it is a writer's retreat for you,
Sure.
because so you can get work done and shit without distractions.
Yeah,
But
I have been like seeing stuff and doing stuff and looking at the islands. I would say it's a vacation,
that's
a
good.
workation.
I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm glad you're getting something out of it. You know.
Yes. So I'm just trying to see the world a little bit and then just kind of utilize that time to be inspired. Like yesterday, I went for a hike to. Have you heard of the green sand beaches?
The green sand beaches. No, actually.
Okay, so the green sand beach.
Is that in Kona?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kona.
Yeah.
So
That's the
green
only
sand.
island I've been every single island, not Kona.
Okay. Well, I'm
Yeah.
spending most of my time in Kona, so.
No, and I know Kona's beautiful. I've always wanted to go. That was like my last island destination, but yeah, no, I'm glad you're there. I know it's like a good hiking little island
Yes.
with
So the
lots
green
of
sand.
spots.
So the green sand beach is, and for those who are not knowing, I'm like making my breakfast right now, so that's why it's like so loud. Right. Hopefully it's not too loud. Um, I'm. It's a remote beach that you have to have either a four wheeler, or you have to hike it. I hiked it because I didn't have a four wheeler, and just went to. It's the sand is green. It's
That's
pretty crazy.
amazing.
It's awesome, and it's on these cliffs, and
Does it feel like coarse sand? Like, does it feel like real, like
yeah,
beady
yeah.
sand? Wow, that's
It's
crazy.
totally beach sand, yeah. But if anybody's ever in Kona, I would suggest taking the trek and walking, because it's the trails along the coast. So I would not be a lazy ass, and I would walk it. It's definitely an hour walk. You can pay $20 and get dropped off by a four by, like somebody with like a truck or something. But I would say take the walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never took a four-wheeler. Yeah.
No, I was walking, and I would basically, I had press record, like an audio recording with my phone, and I would just talk into my phone for my script.
Nice.
So I was technically writing
Yes.
while I was hiking. So.
And you have an hour, so.
Yeah. So I wrote part of my pilot like walking,
That's
to
amazing.
Great Sand Beaches. So yeah, see, I'm working.
Yeah, no, that's pretty like it's hard for me to draw the line between vacation and writing, because I'm such a avid procrastinator that all I want to do is just vacation till my tuchus runs empty. And
But if you think about it, have you read The Artist's Way?
So I've heard about it many times and people quote it all the time, but I never read it. But I heard a lot of things about it. I should read it though.
So essentially, The Artist's Way is about to stay as creative as possible. You kind of have to play like a kid, right? So that you can continue to open your mind and just stay open to ideas and stuff like that. So it does encourage you to play. So yes, maybe it's vacationing or whatever, but that's how I'm justifying it. Is that, hey, I'm opening my mind to creativity and playing, so that I can be open to the writing process. And it's I think it's helped. Yeah. So I'm like hiking and like taking audio notes while I'm writing technically. Yeah.
So for those of you on Facebook who didn't quite catch that, there was like an audio issue, but basically Christine was mentioning about the artist's way and how her creativity needs to be opened to her horizons by like kind of perpetuating her childlike side, you know. just being the curious kids that we were growing up,
Yes.
and exploring and creating and doing all this. So vacation's sort of like that way in, you know.
Yeah, and I
I'm
think that's why,
paraphrasing,
like,
but that's for
no,
Facebook.
that's
Sorry,
exactly
Facebook.
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is that to create that space for energy and get yourself in the right energy, you have to play. And so, yeah, I'm on
Always.
vacation, but like my brain is thinking. Like, there's plenty of times I'm driving and I'm thinking, like, how do I change the plots for certain things? How am I going to, so I am essentially writing without sitting in front of the computer and just staring at the computer. I do
Right,
that too.
because you're not playing your work brain Christine. You're
Right.
just playing that writing Christine, where work brain Christine needs to take a siesta
Hmm.
and you know go to bed.
Yeah. So
Which I'm happy you're getting all this like vacation exploring time. That's exciting. Are
yeah.
you doing anything today? What are we up to today?
So at 8:30 a.m., I'm headed. Well, I'm going to meet my friend Allison, who's a documentary filmmaker.
In
Um,
Hawaii?
yeah. Her family is from here, lives here.
Oh
Hmm.
my gosh. Wow. Oh, so
So
but she doesn't live there.
she now does since quarantine.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah, she lives. I met her because I met her in Austin. That's
Oh,
why.
she's an Austinite. Okay.
Yeah, but
All right.
um she's lived here because parents and
Yeah,
sister
yeah.
and it's
And it's
Hawaii.
quarantine. Yeah, we're all I
Yeah,
mean, I don't want to say we're all living back with our parents, but we're a lot of us are.
yeah, I'd rather be quarantining in Hawaii. That's all I can say.
I was gonna say I am so jealous where you are right now,
Yeah,
but
you could quarantine in Hawaii.
I could, but I mean I do like it here in Austin, kind of
Yeah.
like I was talking to my mom about this, like especially during Christmas. I'm like, because we used to live in the Bay Area, and we lived just right outside of the Bay Area. The last few
Okay.
years we were there, and like we were just both down on our luck, and just super depressed and all that stuff, in between jobs and all that,
Mhm.
and uh and I remembered like us talking about it this past Christmas, and was like, what if we quarantined in California right now? Knowing what Governor Gavin Newsom, which by the way, if we're not talking politics, but whether or not you like him or don't like him, he does what he does, and it's sucky for every Californian that lives
Yeah.
there, including my friends, because I would talk to them
They're
damn near
so
every day.
depressed. Yeah.
And all my friends were like, yeah, this, it sucks. Like we can't do anything. Like we literally can't do. I can't even see my grandma. Can't see my grandpa. Can't see this. Can't see that. Can't go here. Can't go there. And at least here in Texas, yeah, it's pretty strict here for sure.
Yeah.
But at least like I can comfortably go outside and do the things I want to do.
Yeah. So like the
And
shut.
people are assuming work as usual, but with a mask and keeping distance and
Right.
testing and all that stuff.
So the shutdown in California. If they see you, they like arrest you or something. Like, how are they maintaining it?
They're, I think, I don't know if they're arresting people. I'm not sure. I do know that they are pressing fines on people. A buddy of mine was walking to literally like to Taco Bell, and he lives in Castro Valley, which any of my Castro Valley friends out there, shout out, heyo. It's like about like 30, 40, no, like 30 minutes east from Oakland, and
Mhm.
it's a lot of predominantly white neighborhoods and stuff, except for like one area where they say it's crime ridden, but it's not really.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
like drug dealers. That's it. That's really it. There's no weapons. There's nothing going on. It's
Which is
just
crime ridden.
apparently, yeah, according to Castro Valley Police Department, and
Yeah.
so a buddy of mine who I went to high school with, he walked down that street and he was pulled over by the cops and got slapped an $850 fine for walking outside past curfew. during Corona because Corona has a curfew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes 100% no sense to me. But
I had somebody say, "Oh my God, well, Corona only comes out at 10 p.m.
at 10 p.m. That's it. They're like the vampires of our time. Yeah, this doesn't make sense, but yeah, he got slapped a almost $1,000 ticket by a cop who was like, "You're not supposed to be here. What are you doing?" And then he was like, "What? I'm just getting Taco Bell." And yeah, slapped him a ticket.
Oh, that sucks. What I see why people are like, yeah, staying in and stuff like that. That's crazy. Yeah, did you see I posted this really funny video that somebody I think in LA did, but it was like a 1917 inspired one shot going through LA, but like during quarantine.
Oh, right.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. It's called 2020, right?
Yes, 2020.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I thought it was funny. I thought that was great because
No, it was so smart. Yeah.
because
So
I
smart.
think like that was yeah, because that's what it felt like every time like I was on a phone. It was like with my friends, they were all like, "Yeah, it's a dead zone," and everybody wearing masks or like scared to talk to each other, and no one wants to talk to each other. They just sort of like want to. It's like New York City, like in the 70s. You know, they just like if anything happens, they didn't see it. You know, see no evil, hear no evil, say no evil type of shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can't believe my old hometown is like also like in the midst of this like fucking crazy ass time. And back to my point with me, my mom and I, we were here and we're like we couldn't be anywhere better than here, truly. Because being in California and paying the things that we were paying and paying the rent and paying the bills
That's the biggest thing is like I don't know how people in California are.
yeah, and we didn't have a job at the time. So that would have been we just would have like assumed unemployment or something would cover it. And even then that's like that's
not for
barely
California,
making it.
barely making it exactly. Yeah.
So we're very lucky. We're very thankful. That's what we're most thankful for is our health and our move here, our giant move, and me meeting Christine Chen, my mentor, and not fucking up in the film industry and having people welcome me with open arms. I think that's truly something special, and I couldn't ask for a better family, you know, than the film family.
I feel extremely thankful to be able to move freely, but like obviously taking lots of precautions. But
yeah,
allows me to be mobile for the most part, and the ability to meet different people and stuff during this time. But like at a safe distance, but still like to see the world a little bit. So
yeah,
I feel very
that's super. It's fun. It's rad, and the situation you're in now is a pretty good looking situation, dude. You know,
it's
and
a pretty good looking situation.
And
People
good
want to
and
see here on the show.
it's well deserved too.
Yeah.
Look how beautiful.
Pretty good situation. I don't know if you can see.
Oh yeah, I can see
am.
the horizon. That's amazing.
Yes. So
That's beautiful.
Yeah. I need to be able to wake up early. Want to wake up early and just the first thing I see is like nature and stuff like that. This is definitely that.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Cool. I'm meeting. There's a few people that are kind of like quarantining or like Airbnb here, and one dude who lives in this tent down here. Can you see the tent?
Yeah. Yeah.
He travels the world. Somebody asked on Instagram, where am I? I'm in Kona, Hawaii, guys. Kona, big island. Anyway, he travels the world and bikes everywhere. He
to pay his way, he like does miscellaneous jobs for people. So
Yeah.
like he's a carpenter, like builder type stuff. And so like in exchange, he does that and like gets to bike everywhere, you know, in the world. And he's like, oh, I've like camped on the black sand beaches. I've slept under the stars and all this stuff. And it's just neat. It's a very romanticized way of life. But there is something about that connection to the earth and to like to the world that makes you, I think it makes you feel a lot more grateful to be around, you know?
Yeah, you're part of something bigger than you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Feeling sublime. I think everybody needs that experience of feeling sublime. Sublime is a favorite vocab of mine. Sublime is, here, let me find the exact definition of sublime. But I love the definition of it because
it's a good definition.
It's sublime. It is of such excellence, grandeur, beauty as inspire great admiration. Or it's basically, the way someone else described it to me is like feeling like you're a small part of the universe and there's this greater universe beyond you. And just because of that, you're so in awe with it. You're so grateful for being this small part of the universe, you know?
Right. Just such a speck of dust in the giant, vast microcosm of the universe, in the galaxy even. Fuck.
Yeah. And I think that gives people a different kind of appreciation, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You're just a little bit, it's more than you. And I think people who don't have that experience tend to be very narrow-minded and only think about themselves and their own perspective. So I think at least, knock on wood, everybody I've met traveling have had this like open-mindedness that I think is extremely, extremely inspiring. So
it's only fun when you have open-mindedness. When you take shit seriously all the time. I'm not saying that we don't take film seriously. We do. I think it's safe to say we do take film seriously, but we also understand that it's fun. We're playing pretend. We're doing
pretend, yes.
We're doing something that not a lot of people have access or the opportunity to do, you know? And that I'm thankful for, especially for any job that I get.
Yeah.
And I think if you lose and you just become, like you said, narrow-minded, or you just remain narrow-minded and just know that there's nothing around you and nothing really truly means anything. Yeah, sure. If you want to think nothing truly means anything, that's great, but that can only get you so far. Good for you.
Look at my papaya.
Papayas.
Papaya.
So yeah, it's nice to just take things less seriously and you know, take in the world, take in the nature, and take in
and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to do is like, hey, it can be hard because sometimes I just want to go play all day.
Yeah.
But finding that balance of like, hey, I'm playing, but I'm also being inspired and writing at the same time.
I know you're not a Star Wars fan, but it's such a great scenario. You're kind of like Luke Skywalker and you're in Dagobah being trained by Yoda. You know? But Yoda is the nature of everything around you. You're learning the Force as you're going along and you're writing your script.
Well, I'm gonna interrupt you really quick. Now that I never do that, I'm just gonna say hi, Jackson. Jackson worked with me on another project, and he said hi. I was like, okay, yeah. He lives in Bryan, Texas, and I miss him because it's the thing with film sets. Who knows when I'll be able to see him again? The nature of film sets, the ephemeral nature of film sets.
But I also do know that it's without a doubt, as long as you remain in the same vicinity of, or this at least the same community of filmmakers, we're all gonna see each other at some point again.
At some point.
At some point, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we have reached past half an hour. How you have a hard out at 8:30?
I have to leave. I should probably leave at like 8:15. So wow,
Sure.
time's
Then let's
gone
wrap
by.
this up in
Yeah, we'll
5
wrap it up.
minutes. Christine's eating her breakfast. She's enjoying the Hawaii life right now.
Yes.
How are you doing, Adam? I'm doing great, Christine. Thank you for asking. I am I celebrated Christmas. It was nice. It was relaxing.
Yeah,
It
how's your
was
family? Everything was good?
everything's good. Everything's great. We just relaxed. You know, I cooked food. We
What'd you
ordered
cook?
food.
What'd you
So I cooked a few steaks on the grill and got some veggies steaming here and there, and then we had that earlier, but we only had a couple of them, and then we were still like starving and shit like that, so we were like,
Yeah.
all right, we got Italian food because we found out that there was like an Italian place that was open during Christmas, and we're like, what?
Yeah.
Sucks.
Or
but
Chinese food. Chinese places are always open.
that's what I'm saying. I was like, it's either Italian or Chinese food for me.
Right.
And we found this Italian place that like was a mom and pop shop, and it was open. They were just only doing takeout though. So there was not really like dine-in seating and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it, let's do it. And we did it, and it was the best. Like we just ate food and just watched a whole bunch of movies, and my mom wanted to watch Mandalorian season 2 from like beginning to end,
Is
like
she a
through the
big Star
entire
Wars
season.
fan too?
No, but
Oh.
she enjoys the story because it's so reminiscent of the old movies she watched when she was a kid. Because The Mandalorian is literally like moments after like the episode 6 of the original trilogy, which is back in like 1980, 1982. Oh man, I'm barely remembering it. I'm gonna lose my Star Wars privileges. Yeah, so it's just taking place events after that, and that's what my mom likes. She didn't like the movies per se, like the other movies, like the prequels or the sequel trilogy. She always falls asleep.
Really?
Yeah, she always falls asleep.
What about the older ones? I know the newer ones.
Well, that's what I mean. Like she only remembers the older ones. So when we watch The Mandalorian, it's like, oh, yeah, I remember that because that was in episode 5 or that was in episode 6, and you know, Luke Skywalker, da 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 da, you know. So yeah, we were just watching that, and we were just having a good time, just doing the things that we wanted to do. And yeah, just you're getting a huge lens flare on your computer, but that's okay. We're gonna be wrapping up here in like 3 minutes anyways. Okay, that's good. But
out, so
yeah, Christmas was relaxful this year.
Good.
And I think we realized that, like, I think my mom is getting the hint that like we don't need to be as serious with Christmas as we always have been. You know, because it was like in my youth, like all we did were set up lights, set up the Christmas tree, get this, get that, make sure we have the inflatable shit like in the front lawn. We gotta decorate everything. It's like we gotta make sure that we have enough lights that Superman can see it from his house on Krypton. You know, like that's the whole point. Yeah. And sure enough, you know, like after a long ass time, and I guess I'm just a boy about it. I just didn't feel like setting up these fucking lights anymore. Yeah. So we got into a mutual agreement that is like, we'll set up Christmas tree, but the Christmas lights are just not. Yeah, that's just not happening. Like that's ridiculous. Like people are not. Yeah, people are not going to walk by our house, knock on our door, and hand us an award for best house.
You don't have any Christmas spirit because you didn't put any.
I know, that's what I mean. I'm like, no one's gonna arrest you either if you don't have it up. You're not gonna have the Christmas police come over and. But you know, it means a lot to her. But she also knows that like it is ridiculous after a while.
Yeah.
But as long as we have the Christmas tree and some decorations inside the house, who gives a fuck, you know? Mm-hmm. So we did. We put that up and still had the Christmas spirit, but yeah, 2020 was already a garbage trash bin fire of a year. So, you know, it's sort of like we had to take with what we got. Yeah. One. And I know a lot of yous, all of yous, are going through the same thing, and it sucks because there's friends of mine who can't even see their own fucking family. They have to like spend Christmas alone. And I can't imagine that. That fucking sucks. I know you, but
technically that was me, but I spun it.
But the people who do want to see their family, who were within proximity, couldn't, because they couldn't just ride in their car and go to somewhere, because there's a good chance it will get pulled over, or there's a good chance somebody will say something, especially if like a neighbor would hear. Because I'm sorry, Californians, it is what it is. I'm gonna say something that might be a little triggering. A lot of my neighbors, especially when I live in California, they love to snitch. Snitching is just a fun, and I know probably Texas has a few snitches here and there, but I haven't ran into any so far. Knock on wood, But
on you right now.
I know, right? Someone's snitching on me, but no, in California that was just always a thing. So like. Knowing that if you have more than one person in a house, unless it's like a couple, of course, but if there's like guests in a house, like you're going to get a neighbor who's going to be like, oh, I heard somebody. Like, are you guys wearing a mask? Are you guys social distancing? It's like, it's great. We know to keep safe, but relax. No need to snitch. We're just family, just trying to have fun, trying to have some sort of fucking Christmas, so
well,
I guess that's it. I mean, I know Christine was moving a whole bunch of furniture and making breakfast and stuff, so we're wrapping up here.
Yeah,
she made eggs and papaya.
Yes, and some squash.
No,
I for those who are joining late, today's a shorter episode because I'm going paddleboarding. We're going to look for dolphins.
Go look for them dolphins.
Yes.
And go find Atlantis too, for God's sakes.
Atlantis?
Just fucking let me know. Send me pics. Yeah, you missed it, man. We were on 30 minutes ago. I'm kidding.
Brad. It's okay. You can hear us blabber.
You're so fucking cool, Christine. That's what Mr. Panky Pants
whatever
said. We know Christine's too cool. I mean, like, the fact that like I'm her mentee is just like it makes me 20% cooler, but I can't really like sustain that, like, because Christine only emits cool. That's all she knows, especially on a film set. She's so professional. She knows how to just be cool. Me, on the other hand, I'm just a goofy little boy.
I'm pretty cool in film set, but the rest of life, I'm pretty dorky. So on a film set, I'm cool.
If you're not dorky in life, I can't really trust you. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not dorky in some way, shape, or form, Frisch Vakadu. Look at you. Frisch Vakadu. Ladies and gentlemen, Instagram, Facebook, getrealisms.com.
Yes,
pick up your book right now. God damn it. Yes. Do it. It's good for your health. It's good for your brain. Fill up some film knowledge from thank you, Mr. Panky Pants. I appreciate that. And by the way, since you told me I made such a good point, make it even a better point to go on getrealisms.com and buy yourself a book today.
Do it. He asked me to bring one to his music video set.
Well, look at that. And pick up your t-shirts. Are they still $20?
Mm-hmm.
You pick up your shirts, holiday sales, pick up your books, follow us on Instagram, follow us on all the social medias, and tune into the podcast next week. Hopefully live on Sunday or Saturday. Mm-hmm. But regardless, we're going to give it to you fresh and live, unedited. Okay, guys? Because that's how fucking real we are. Okay?
Because we're Get Realisms.
Because we only get real with the Get Realisms podcast.
Yes, that was really great.
All right. I should have just exited right there. But,
Right? You could have dropped your mic then.
Yeah. How do I?
Let it awkwardly
Okay, I
fail.
left. All right.
Bye.